I offer my deepest condolences to the families. I can only imagine what this has been like for them.
It is a tragic end to the search for the missing submersible. The Coast Guard calling it a catastrophic implosion. The company that owns the vessel believes all 5 people who were inside are dead. The U.S. Coast Guard says they found a debris field on the seafloor near the Titanic wreckage.
And then they held that news conference with a lot of information today at 3 o'clock. An expert on the scene from the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution says there does not appear to be any indication that that craft collided with the actual Titanic wreckage. The 5-person crew on the sub started their journey on Sunday, originally departing from Newfoundland. Their intended destination was to view the Titanic wreckage, about 900 miles off the coast of Massachusetts. The Titanic rests nearly 13,000 feet below the surface in the Atlantic Ocean. ABC's Justin Finch explains the U.S. Coast Guard's work is not yet finished.
The U.S. Coast Guard, which has been leading the international effort to find the missing submersible and its 5-person crew, describing the disturbing discovery after days of searching.
An ROV, or remote operated vehicle, from the vessel Horizon Arctic discovered the tail cone of the Titan submersible.
A Canadian remotely operated vehicle spotting a debris field more than 2 miles down in the pitch black and frigid waters near the Titanic wreckage site.
The debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber.
On board, billionaire Hamish Harding, businessman Shahzada Dawood and his 19-year-old son Suleiman, Stockton Rush, the CEO of OceanGate, the deepwater tourism company that made the submersible, and Titanic researcher and diver P.H. Nargiolais.
Upon this determination, we immediately notified the families.
Ocean explorer Bob Ballard, who discovered the Titanic shipwreck, says the crew likely tried to save themselves.
If you have a deep submersible, buoyancy is your friend. All you have to do when you're in trouble is get light and you go home. And I'm sure they were attempting to get light and go home, but the hull itself imploded.
OceanGate releasing a statement saying that we grieve the loss of life and that they are deeply grateful to those who took part in the effort to find the Titan crew. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Well, people have been analyzing this tragic case, wondering what could have gone wrong. Some are saying it's because the ship is steered using a modified video game controller. So tonight, we're verifying. Our sources are Logitech, OceanGate, the company that created and operates the sub, and OnShape.
Run the whole thing with this game controller.
An interview there with CBS News. Rush confirmed how the vessel is controlled. OnShape, the company that produced the engineering design tools used in the vessel's construction, says the game controller allows crew members to be able to take turns piloting without any knowledge of traditional submarine gauges and instrumentation. So we can verify, yes, the Titan is piloted with a video game controller. The controller moves the unit from side to side, and this isn't new tech. Other underwater vessels also used those modified controllers to pilot. In 2018, the World Economic Forum reported that the U.S. Navy was experimenting with using Xbox controllers to operate digital periscopes.
A federal grand jury has indicted Brian Sauer with 4 counts of transporting minors across state lines with an intent to engage in criminal sexual activity. Court documents say last month, the 44-year-old picked up 3 teenage girls, ages 13 to 15 in Louisville, and also gave them marijuana and then sexually assaulted one of them. Investigators say Sauer then drove them to a hotel in Clarksville, Indiana, where the assaults continued. Sauer is also facing multiple charges on the state level, including kidnapping and rape. If convicted, Sauer faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 10 years in prison, a $250,000 fine, and at least 5 years of supervised release. At maximum, he could get life in prison. His arraignment, by the way, is set for tomorrow. Tonight, family and friends are gathering to honor the life of an iconic business owner in the Russell neighborhood of West Louisville. Orlando Gay, better known as Baby Ray, owned the Double Deuce Bar and Grill. Over the weekend, he was boating on the Ohio River when he got injured in some type of accident. He died at the hospital. As we wait to learn the official cause of death from the coroner, the family tonight is organizing a balloon release in Ray's honor. It's at 6 o'clock tonight. The WHAS11 night team is there. We'll have coverage for you at 11, but you can join them at the Double Deuce located at 25th and Broadway.
A newborn baby is safe tonight after being surrendered yesterday inside a baby box that was first installed in 2021.
And now, for the first time in Louisville, a baby was left in that very box at the Okolona Fire Department. Alexis Jones talked with the founder of Safe Haven Baby Boxes.
It's a safe haven for newborns with nowhere else to go.
You see these stories all the time of babies being found deceased and just thrown away like trash, and it's sad.
Monica Kelsey created baby boxes to allow parents to safely surrender their babies without judgment. The first one in Kentucky was installed in June 2021 outside the main bay of Okolona Fire Station. Now fast forward to Tuesday.
Object present in baby box.
Firefighters welcomed Louisville's first baby.
The program that they worked so hard to put in place back in 2021 has finally brought a blessing to them.
A lot of them aren't dads, but yet watching them, they all kind of became a dad that night.
Fire Chief Mark Little says it was an emotional experience for his team. When the newborn was left inside, an alarm went off, notifying firefighters. Little says they retrieved her within a minute. She was then taken to a hospital for medical evaluation and will soon be placed with adoptive parents, which Kelsey says wouldn't have been possible without the child's mother.
This parent chose a loving, safe, legal, and anonymous option to keep her child safe. And so we're so thankful that she did that.
And hope other parents do the same. In Louisville, Alexis Jones, WHAS11 on your side.
The baby boxes actually started in Indiana, but they're now saving babies all over the country.
One Florida baby even met her new dad just seconds after being surrendered in a box. She was adopted by her rescuer. The baby girl was left in this safe haven box in Osceola, Florida. The first baby box in Florida and the first baby surrendered in the state. And as it happens, it was fate. The firefighter found her with just a shoestring tying off her umbilical cord. He immediately called his wife to get the adoption process started, and the new family was able to take her home 2 days later.
And you're soon going to be saying goodbye to this familiar building you see on your screen right in the heart of downtown Louisville, and it has outlived its stay and it's currently vacant. The city has filed for a permit to demolish the old LMPD, the police headquarters on West Jefferson Street. And the building was built in 1955. It was expected at the time to last just 65 years, but it outlived its service there. In March, the mayor announced a plan to create a new LMPD Wellness Center and extra funding for the new LMPD headquarters. The new headquarters will be on Chestnut Street. Right now, LMPD is staying in the Edison building on 7th Street until their new headquarters, again near 6th and Chestnut, is ready.
A chemically contaminated abandoned site in Louisville will soon get a new life, and so will the Park Hill and Algonquin neighborhoods. The Rodea project will transform the chemical plant into affordable housing, retail shops, and more. Bobby McSwine and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie heard all about those new plans and what they mean to the people who live there.
This is the new beginning of a new day for Park Hill.
After years of neglect.
And let's just face it, poverty. But this is a new day. Our neighbors in Park Hill deserve just as much as every neighborhood.
And community members feel a new major development will help reverse the historical disinvestment. The Rodea project will create affordable housing, shopping, educational institutions, and more from the nearly 17-acre abandoned site. $10 million of Metro Council approved ARP funds are being used to transform the land.
It has sat vacant for nearly 30 years. But the legacy of its past is still here in the abandoned building and the contaminated soil beneath our feet.
This is a great milestone in this journey. This, though, is not about remediation. The narrative is not remediation. The narrative is about people.
And people in the community were at the table, helping make decisions about the project. Last year, the Park Hill Algonquin Community Board was formed to make sure of that.
A place that people in Algonquin and Park Hill will feel a sense of ownership and pride, where Black culture will flourish and overflow, where green space thrives.
For generations to come.
We are the voice of this community that will rise up again from the ashes. We're looking for life among the bones.
The new image of this community, you will see the placemaking take place where the people will be involved in the decision making. You will see pop-up entrepreneurship like you've never seen before. It's so exciting.
And Mayor Craig Greenberg says he expects a master plan for the site to be completed this year and construction to start next year. In studio, Bobby McSwine, WHAS 11 on your side.
All right, Bobby, thank you very much. Also announced today, the single largest investment ever made into the auto industry, and it's happening right here in Kentucky. A $9 billion loan is coming to Kentucky and Tennessee to help with the construction of the Blue Oval Battery Park. The Department of Energy's loan will help build 3 battery plants, 2 of which are here in Kentucky. This is part of President Biden's Investing in America agenda to help bring manufacturing jobs back to the states. The project is expected to create about 5,000 construction jobs across those 2 states.